Now you listen here, Jimmy. The only way you're gonna save yourself from those nightmares is if you stay a virgin to those horror picture shows they're showing down at the theater. You stay away from those films, you hear? I don't know, Tom. I kinda like those movies. You know, they give me kind of a thrill you can't get from those hot rod ones you're always watching. I don't care about the nightmares. I love them.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Daniel, your host for Horror Movie Virgins. I'm here with Matt again.
What up, guys?
We just watched Feast 2. Just finished it.
Oh, man. Fuck.
So what do you think? Or before we go, of course, here's your guys' chance to get out of here if you don't want spoilers. They are coming, and here they are. Go ahead, tell us what you think.
Dude, this one was definitely more gory, in my opinion, than the other one. There was so much different crazy shit. I like how you get to see the monsters more. For sure, you know more what's going on now. But it's definitely still, I still think about it, one of those, like, B-graded horror movies. It's a little like sci-fi, like you see it on the Sci-Fi Channel or something.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty good, though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, this one more than the first, I think.
Yeah,
this
for
one,
sure.
like, had, like, again, actors, like, no one's ever heard of.
Mm-hmm.
And really shit quality, but still a good, like, something you would want to watch. Like, something still.
Yeah, I was hooked the whole time, dude. But I was just all the gore and everything. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, and a lot more fucked up stuff too. Like there's that scene with the cat where the fucking monster picks up a cat and starts like fucking it.
Or when the monster just like the dude's fucking with his organs and the dude just shits all over everybody and pisses all over.
Oh
everybody.
yeah, dude, that
Oh,
shit's gross. The
nasty.
second one is definitely like more grimy, I think, than the first one. The first one was pretty damn grimy too,
Oh fuck, dude.
but this one was pretty grimy.
Just everything left and right, especially with the grandma, just left and right, dude. I was just like, It just kept getting worse.
Dude, yeah, they're like pulling her apart. They literally had to
Uh-huh.
pour her out of the bag. So for those who haven't seen it and they're still listening, whenever the monster like vomits on them, it like makes their skin and shit like they fall apart. And like the grandma, they put her in a freaking like sack because they couldn't carry her because her shit was falling apart. And then yeah, they like poured her out of the bag basically.
I thought it was so funny though how they incorporated the two midgets.
Yeah.
They're
Oh yeah,
they're
the two midgets and they're fucking hilarious. Like
supposed to be two luchadors.
yeah, I like when they fight. They like get down on the roof like they're fighting, and then the fucking old man's like watching, and he's like, "Okay, well now I've seen everything."
I would have reacted the same way, man. Just sitting there like, holy shit! I just watched a whole midget fight after these monsters invaded this town and
Yeah,
fuck the cat.
yeah, dude, the baby scene.
Oh, well, that was so fucked up, dude. I was like, oh my god, this dude's trying to save the damn baby and then tosses it like a fucking football.
Yeah, the first time I heard about this movie was my buddy was like, I don't even remember how it came up, but he was telling me about the baby scene where like where that happens, and he showed me on YouTube, and I'm like, what the fuck movie is this? And he's like, it's called Feast. Ben Affleck is like a part of it and shit. I'm like, what? And so went to Best Buy, saw it, bought all three, and here we are. Sitting here freaking watching it.
And now I'm over here just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, the baby scenes, bro, like that, like just like the first one when the kid gets eaten, you know,
Oh,
the
yeah.
gloves are off, and then this one too, the gloves are freaking off.
Dude, I don't expect nobody, but I was surprised the old man was still alive. I was like, okay, there's somebody. And I didn't see the people that survived from the last one, like the crippled and the
Oh
brother.
yeah,
and-
those two, because their group after at the end they went to that lady's house to go get their daughter, but that was his house, that honey pie, that blonde chick, that was his house that she went to. So like they were there looking for him, but he wasn't there obviously because he went to go help the other girl. But yeah, I wish they would have been in it. That would have been kind of cool to see because the girl, the biker girl, is looking for him for revenge,
Yeah.
and like that would have been sick to have him in there because it just show like, well, what are they gonna do? They got these monsters. Is she really gonna like go out of her way to try to like fuck them up because of that?
Dude, and the whole time, like, she doesn't even mention the monsters. She's just rolling with it. She never once is she like, holy shit, what the fuck's going on? She's just like, where's this dude at?
Yeah. They literally like get to the town, everyone's fucking dead. There's bodies everywhere, and she's like, "Are you bozo? Are you hit?" Like, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And they're
Dude,
like,
like, can't you see some shit's going on here?
yeah,
Fuck.
there's something a little bit more serious going outside than your vendetta you've got going on against this guy.
And then she's just rolling up with this little biker club.
Oh yeah, her and
They're
those
pretty
all those
badass.
girls. Yeah, that was sick. I love the redhead girl. She's got the two hammers. That shit's dope.
Shit, seems like a fucking boss and a hottie at that, dude.
Oh yeah, she's
Damn.
gorgeous. It's funny that you saw like they used their clothes to rig the next one. The third one's even grimier. So of course, like all the girls, they're because they use their clothes to like make that slingshot. They're just running around the whole movie naked, like casual. It's funny as shit.
Sick.
That and then the monsters, of course, are a lot brutal. There's more crazy shit that come.
Dude, I'm looking forward to watching that one now. Now I'm ready. Like, I'm like, okay, let's see what the hell goes on from here. How much more brutal can they really get? But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably in for a fucking surprise, I bet.
Yeah, shit. That's just like how all the surprises where you're like, what the fuck? That just fucking happened. You're like, oh yeah, I guess it makes sense now in this fucking franchise. It's all fucked up.
Dude, it's like, it was way more gory than the last one. The script still was like a little whatever. I like the first one a little more in my
Me too,
opinion. I like the first
100%.
one so far more, but it was still a good little watch. It was still cool to watch. There was a
Yeah.
lot more gore, and I was like, holy shit.
For sure. And then in this one, a lot of the stuff they did, you're like, well, why the fuck they do that? Like, this doesn't make sense. Like, when they chuck that girl off the roof, remember, he's like, oh, we need a sacrifice. And he throws her, and then, like, they don't do anything. It's like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, what was the whole fucking point of that?
Just to get her to stop screaming? Like, what?
Or there was a point where there was like the girl couldn't. She's stuck in the store or something, and she can't break the glass door to get out. And I'm like, that's so unrealistic, dude. Just smash that shit.
Or even just stay in the store. I would stay
Yeah.
in
Why
the
would
store.
you even want to leave?
Yeah, if you can't get out of the store, that means they can't get in. And then even then, like, you have food in there. Like, this is post-apocalyptic style movie. Like, I would be set in a grocery store.
Dude, that's where I'd go. I was thinking about the whole time, like, if I was stuck in a fucking Walmart during this shit, I would be A-okay.
Yeah, you have, like, entertainment and you got food. But, yeah, she's annoying, dude. I can't, like, she's the same girl that fucking ditched everybody in the first
She did
one.
it again. Somehow she still manages to walk away at the end of it. Like, what the fuck?
I liked when they find her and the old man starts just beating the shit out of her right away.
Dude, I thought he was gonna. There was a toilet full of like piss and shit. I thought he was gonna like dunk her head in there.
Oh, dude, that was, yeah, I remember. It's so funny. There's like, who the fuck didn't finish their business? They just like left the
It
toilet.
must have been her. I think she came out of the bathroom.
Oh yeah, she did. The other weird thing is there was no toilet paper or even a trash can for toilet paper. There was just a fucking floater in there. She didn't. Somebody
even-
didn't wipe their ass.
Oh man, dude. Yeah, she's just never been one for the books for me. I was never sitting there like, ooh. Yeah, it's very unattractive.
She's walking out with a shitty ass the whole movie.
And then she gets beat up. Having a bad day, dude.
Dude, that
She's
was
having a
great.
bad day. Well, and why would she go back to that town? Like, I would have kept pushing like all the way somewhere else, dude.
Dude, just run to like a military base or the police or something. Not like she went home or went to that guy's house. Like, I don't get why she would do that. Especially like if he's one of the guys they left behind. If he survived and he comes home, he's gonna find her in his pad. Like, why did she go to his pad? Like, I don't get it.
Dude,
Doesn't
yeah,
make
she would have
sense.
got beat the fuck up too by him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the script in the first one was definitely way better. Like, the first one was a lot better. This one just was all over the place. It was still just fun to watch, like B-rated horror movie just to sit and watch. And then the third one is just as it gets even worse. Like, where you're, but then of course, like I told you, there's like a giant robot in it, and you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Where's the giant robot come from?
Yeah, you'll see, dude. Like, and then I didn't like too in this one. Remember the part where like they first get to town, and then there's like a random car flying through the air.
Oh yeah.
Like, that didn't make, and then nothing ever comes from that. That was weird. It didn't make any fucking sense. There's just a fucking car.
Were they trying to say that the monster like flipped it? That's how strong they are. Like a monster just flipped the car out of the
Or
sky.
is he? Yeah, I have no clue.
Or it came from the giant robot that you're
Yeah,
saying?
maybe.
Is that the part
I have to. We'll watch when we watch the third one. We'll see. But yeah, that was a doozy of a movie. All right, I got a good question. If you were not relating to the movie, it was just something a doctor asked me at work once, and I thought it was funny as shit. If you were stuck on an island, who would like from horror movies, the villain of a horror movie or monster, and who would you want to be stuck on that island with?
Ooh, damn, that's a good one.
Because you got to worry about that person still trying to get you.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, ooh. Somebody that's more of like a slasher, that way I stand a better chance in a fight. Because a ghost, I definitely no.
Yeah. I mean, if you get possessed, it's like, what is it gonna happen? It's just you two on the
Yeah,
island.
fuck, I know, right? Or dude, I don't know. I'd have to go with somebody like Scream or like
Oh yeah,
something like
easy.
that. Somebody easy. Like Scream's just a man. I could take him.
Yeah, I remember when he asked me, he's like, "All right, you're stuck on an island with one person or character from a horror movie. Who is it?" And without hesitation, I was like, Jennifer Love Hewitt from I Remember What You Did Last Summer. And he starts laughing. He's like, "Good answer, but I mean like bad guy, like villain." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that changes things." And everyone's laughing at me. They're like, "You go right for the hottie." To like, I want to be stuck on an island with her. Like,
You ever seen Beowulf?
yes, yeah.
Angelina Jolie's Beowulf.
Oh yeah.
I'd do that one.
Yeah. That's actually a really good idea. I ended up, I was like, I choose the shark from Jaws because he can't get me when I'm stuck on the island.
That is very smart.
Yeah,
too.
because then
There
he's
you go.
stuck out in the water. As long as I'm not trying to go out there, I'm good. If I'm stuck on the island,
And if you kill him, you can eat him.
dude, fuck yeah. Yeah, but back to Feast. I remember a while back because me and my friends were in love with these movies. They're fucking funny and they're like over the top and like gory as shit. And I remember, you've seen South Park, the one with with Al Gore.
Oh, man bear pig.
Yeah, so we always say that the monsters, they're man bear pigs.
Oh fuck,
It makes
I know
sense,
where's
right?
Al Gore? He's gonna come in his little cape. I told you.
I told you. Oh man.
Yeah, that's what we should do. We gotta call Cartman over and see what the fuck we're supposed to do here.
Yeah, dude, this one is yeah. The third one is gonna be pretty good. I'm excited to watch that one. We won't do that today, so we're not like overloaded, but it'll be
Right.
good, dude. Yeah. Anything that stuck out in this one that like you thought was like really good, like or a scene that you loved?
The hotties. No, I'm just kidding. Not really. I mean, just the whole like sister on revenge thing was kind of trippy to me. She didn't give a fuck about nothing that was going on. She
No,
was
not
just
at
her.
all.
She was just so stuck on the revenge.
Yeah.
And like, it never really explained though, like why she was there. There was no context behind it because she just knew to go to this town. To
Yeah,
find
or
her
that
sister
bar
or
to find her
something.
at a bar.
Yeah, I don't know. That
Unless
shit
they, yeah, because even then, like, unless she was supposed to meet her there, but even then, it's never explained or talked about. She just fucking shows up.
Yeah, she just shows up with his little biker crew, and then she takes the old man. Poor old man.
I like too when she grabs his hand and like puts it on the exhaust, like the hot exhaust to try
Dude,
to
and it's
interrogate
like
him.
melting on this shit. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, it's a little brutal.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, shit. In this franchise, I'm not even surprised anymore. Fuck it.
No, not at
It's so
all.
brutal, dude. Yeah, no. Other than that, I don't know. The mayor or the car salesman, or whatever he is, he
Yeah.
was funny. He was
Oh,
funny as fuck the whole
It's a
time.
slasher. What was he saying? When he's like talking, he's like, "Oh, yeah, I slash prices. Suck a motherfucking dick."
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Dude, yeah. And then he fucking just kicks the dude. He's all jealous of the dude. Kicks him. The dude still comes
yeah,
back
yeah.
though.
Oh yeah, the dude that's banging his
Just
wife.
banging
or
his
whatever.
wife. I would have killed them both. Like, fuck you guys. You guys.
Yeah,
can
get out of
die.
my fucking car. Go get eaten.
When they said sacrifice, I would have thrown him off. Like,
Oh yeah, I liked when the bikers first get there and they kick open the door, and then he's like, "Is that Bozo?" And then they're like, "No, that's not him." The guy slasher, he's like, "But you can go ahead and kill him still."
oh
Like,
right.
you can still shoot him.
Or dude, when they have a standoff with the neighbors.
Oh yeah, see that was another like waste of a scene. I mean, it was cool like 'cause a quick little shootout, but it's like, dude, why would you like be pointing guns at each other in like that situation?
There was
I'd be
no
like-
point, dude. The monsters are out there. What the hell's the problem?
Yeah,
here?
I'd be worried more about the monsters, not people kicking in somebody else's door. They weren't kicking in their door.
Yeah, I would have been like, well, fuck you guys.
Yeah, have fun in there. Like fuck that.
Put my 2 cents in. Like, he's at the store.
Yeah, yeah. The freaking meth head dude is like stuck in that freaking jail, and I can't believe he just fucking blew up the front door.
Like nothing. He was like, oh, you motherfucking midget. Boom.
Yeah.
Try to blow his ass up.
And then that guy shot across like a rocket 'cause he's in that little trash can.
Dude, I know. He's done. Both midgets real quick. No,
Dude,
the
that
other dude
sucked.
got his fucking legs all chewed off and shit. Oh, my God.
Yeah, he got like eaten from the like waist down. He's like, "Where's my dick? Where's my dick?"
Or wait, what's they say? Save the pussies.
Oh
Save the
yeah,
pussies.
he's like he's in Spanish. He's yelling like when the monsters come, like save the panoche, save the panoche, like trying to save the pussies. Like it's so funny, dude. When I first watched it, I saw it. I was like, what? It's like what he's worried about.
He's worried about the girls.
Yeah, he's like, we gotta save the girl.
And the whole time he doesn't even get laid.
Yeah, he just gets blown up.
Fuck. And then fucking the way Abuela was falling apart, dude. I was like, oh, no.
I know, it's so sad, dude. That was because the monster farted, and she's like, I'm getting the fuck out of here, and then she ends up being in prime real estate, like where the vomit was gonna land.
Mm.
That'd be nasty, dude.
Dude, I would have shot that dude after the first couple times. Farted on me, peed on me, shit on me.
Yeah,
Fuck you, dude. You gotta go at that point.
yeah,
Keep
dude.
Fucking
He's so annoying, man.
stop touching stuff.
I love that. They're like, they literally pull the gun on him. He's like, stop fucking touching him.
He's like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he still somehow survives when he got that exhaust. shoved
Oh
through his
yeah,
head.
I forgot about that. He's like, when the bike's going, and then he's sitting there like, hey, should we turn this off? And that fucking
Boom.
pipe goes through his head. It's crazy. He in the third one you'll see like he's chilling around with that pipe.
With the pipe in his head.
stuck in his head. Yeah.
Okay, that's a little unrealistic, dude.
I mean, it depends where it goes, but it that's still like, oh, like what? That's so extreme. I think
Mhm.
there's even a part where they like use it. They don't have like a gun, so they get a bullet and they like hold the bullet in there and they get one of those hammers and whack the back and use it as like a barrel to shoot one of the monsters.
What, is the pipe in his head?
Yeah, they use the pipe in his head as a barrel. It's pretty funny. Yeah, the third one's really bad, but it's still. I mean, to finish the franchise, like
Yeah, I feel like they had to do it. They were just like, all right, look, it kind of sucks, but we're gonna do it.
yeah, like, we
Low
don't know-
budget.
Yeah, especially like you'll see at the end, like with especially with the giant robot and stuff. Like they literally are like oh you I know you guys have have questions, but fuck you. That's literally like what they say. It's funny as shit.
Who says that?
There's like
The government?
there's a guy that like for the credits like he's singing, and like for like the credit song, and he's like part of it's like, oh, you have questions, like where'd they come from, who are like what are they, but we're not gonna give you answers, fuck you.
Yeah, that's kind of cool though.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's unique in a way. It makes the movie a little more unique.
Oh yeah, because one of the things they talk about is like everyone needs answers nowadays in horror movies. Like no one's okay with just like letting it end on like a question mark, like, or even like they don't need to explain it. Just know that there's fucking monsters running around. Like you don't need to know if it's an alien or if it's like a biohazard fucking man bear pig thing. I mean, some movies that helps the story go along, but the way this first one started, like the first movie, it was just like go, like it just started and it was like full throttle. So why backtrack? Because sometimes in franchises they'll do that. The second one will come out and then they'll try to explain where the aliens or monsters came from, and then so they keep going as the movies come out. And in this one they don't do that. They're just like, no, like just enjoy this fucking brutal movie that we're giving you.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how I'd be too, though. If I seen, I wouldn't be like, well, what the fuck is that? But like, shoot it.
Yeah, just kill it. Like I don't give a fuck where it's from. And even then, like when they're like, oh, we're gonna gut it or whatever.
Huh.
Like they are trying to find answers, and instead it gives us more questions. Like where the eyes in there, and it starts screaming.
Dude, I was like, so what? It's a monster inside of a monster.
Yeah, it's great because like it's like they give the audience the idea, like, oh, we're gonna answer questions like what these monsters are. In reality, like they're just like, no, now you have more questions than anything.
Left me more confused, dude.
Yeah.
More confused than ever. They're still stuck on the roof, right?
Yeah, so it
Yeah,
ended
they're on the
where
roof.
yeah, they're on the roof. The midgets are down there all fucked up, and Honey Pie, I think is her name, is
She took off.
she took off. And then the rest of them are on the roof, but the monsters are coming onto the roof too. So just like this one where it picked up right where the car was leaving kind of thing, and that biker girl shows up. This one just like right where that one ended, like on the roof, it just picks up right there. So it's still pretty good.
Okay. So I mean, I guess it'll explain more. Maybe not.
No, yeah,
Maybe not.
Probably not.
But overall, it was good. I like the gore. I like the action. Obviously it was low budget, but I don't even mind. I don't even care. Sometimes those are the best scary movies. Though,
Oh,
when
for
shit
sure.
like that happens,
especially when they like focus on like being brutal or like just having a good time.
Hell
I feel like if they're like, what was it? We were talking about it the other day. Oh, like Antlers. Awful script, I think.
It really was.
But that was high budget. Like where that one failed, you have a low budget movie like these feast movies that I feel succeed. I mean, they're obviously going for different vibes and different things, but you don't need a high budget to have a successful like movie. Like you can still make a good movie and have a shit budget.
Dude, I think a good script and good acting is way better than anything else.
Yeah, exactly. Like exactly, dude. Like Halloween, the first one was low budget. It was
great.
I'll show you a little. It's a quick little documentary thing about the movie we'll watch after this, but it's really good. Like low budget. Like all the music, John Carpenter did it himself, like in a couple nights. Like I think it was like 2 or 3 nights.
Impressive.
He did it like just by himself.
And now it's one of the most known soundtracks ever.
Yeah, like and then exactly, one of the iconic. Anyone you put that on anywhere, they know exactly what that is. Like, that's Halloween. And it's freaking cool. Like, and it's so and like I love when movies and shit. Just like we were talking about the Xenomorphs and Alien. Like, if you haven't seen the Alien franchise and you see Xenomorph, you know exactly. Oh, that's from Alien, and that's how like this. Movies. Yes, exactly. Same thing. That's what I love about these iconic movies, like even Friday the 13th. Like you've made it when you can just show something or have audio or music that people can pick up and know right away. Like, oh, that's that one fucking movie.
Especially if everybody's trying to dress like it for Halloween. Like, there's always so many Friday the 13th shit out there, memorabilia, whatever for Friday the 13th.
Everyone's dressing as Jason, Michael, Freddy, like all the big guys, Texas Chainsaw.
And everybody knows who they are, even if you haven't seen the movies. You're like, oh, I know that dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I guess I've seen all the I'm trying to think. I know I haven't. So Halloween's definitely the one like I've seen the most, or if not all of them. Friday the 13th is one I haven't seen every single one. And it's only because like they just kept fucking making them like, and they weren't really that good. Like some of them I'd be watching and I'd be like, all right, this is boring. Like I'm over this. And then same thing with like Texas Chainsaw. I've seen the first one, seen the second, and then I mean, of course I've seen the remakes too and stuff. But like all the ones like all the other little ones, like I know Matthew McConaughey's in one of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've seen.
He's in one, and that one was okay. Like I watched that one, and then they're definitely scary. Like I remember one of the ones I watched, like I wasn't super into it, but I was actually scared. I was watching it, and then I was living at my mom's house at the time, and I'm watching it. I'm sitting in the dark, and I'm like, dude, this is fucking scary. And I didn't know she was home. and she came like out of like her room and came down the hall to where I was in the living room and scared the shit out of me because like I just see this figure standing in the hall and I'm sitting there like balls deep in this movie and then I like turn and see someone standing there. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? It was just my mom.
Dude,
So those
I
are
would have
good.
tripped out.
And then even Nightmare on Elm Street, like I've seen the first one. I think I've almost seen all those. Like one time I literally sat down. I'm like, I'm gonna watch every single one, and I got pretty far in. I think I got to the one that came out before Friday, or no, Jason versus
Freddy versus Jason.
Freddy versus Jason, yeah. And I couldn't watch. I was like, I can't fucking watch this movie. Like this is not good.
Yeah, there was one of the newer ones. I don't know. I think it was like a 2010, 2012 one. When
The
like,
remake.
Yeah, when it starts off and the dude like slits his own throat in the diner.
Oh, what the heck? I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that's a new one. It's a newer one.
Dude, that's sick. Was it any good or no?
It was all right. You know, it was just
Yeah.
like same stuff that you're basically talking about. Like it just gets boring after a while.
Yeah, where there's like they don't have any new ideas
Mhm.
and they try to make new ideas and it just doesn't work and it's just like they're like it just ends up not making it a good franchise or movie anymore. They're just money grabs at that point. And
Right.
there are diehard fans out there that are like in love with them and they will keep watching them and props to them, you know, like just like how that's like me with the Halloween franchise or even this Feast franchise. It's only three movies. But there's tons of franchises that I will pour my money into because I love it.
Mhm.
But there's definitely like some of those famous ones. Like I'm not one of those people. And Nightmare on Elm Street's definitely one of them where I'm just like, it's whatever. I mean, they're still cool.
Even I feel like all those old ones though, they just kept it going for too long. Except for Scream, they did good. With
Oh
the
yeah,
Screams.
I gotta say, Scream is definitely a franchise that's doing that I still like. A lot of people shit on Scream 4, and I agree. It wasn't that. It was just like, and even that. So it's a very meta movie. Like it knows it's a movie, and they even say in it that like, oh, this is a remake of the first one. And in the movie, they say that like the characters, and that's what it felt like. It felt like a remake of the first one, with still Sydney Prescott being the main girl
Mhm.
in the end. When they made it try to seem like her little sister or cousin, I forgot who she was.
I think it was her sister.
I think it was her cousin.
Was it her cousin?
I
It
don't
might
know.
have been her cousin.
We'll have to tackle that one, but they made it seem like that they were gonna make it like that, and then she ends up being the bad guy or whatever. But
Mhm.
it was still good. Like Scream is one of the ones I'll pour. Like when I saw the trailer, dude, for the new one,
Dude,
I was
sick.
so fucking hyped. I was like, I cannot wait to see that freaking movie.
Hell yeah. And, the Scream series, after a while, they became almost comical to me though. Just after watching like Scary Movie.
Oh yeah,
and
they're
stuff like that. I was
definitely.
like, oh shit.
What's up?
What's up? I couldn't take him seriously for a while. I was see Ghostface and be like, what's up?
Yeah, what's up? And I like that. Like that. I mean we're getting sidetracked from Feast, but
Yeah.
I don't care. But like I love about the Scream franchise. I'm gonna save that for when that movie comes out so we can talk.
Yeah, we'll talk
it.
about that another
Yeah.
time.
But yeah, like we were saying, like you can have a good script and like low budget, and it makes a good movie. Like obviously, this second one is not good, but the first one, like it had a decent script. Like it had a
first one
good
was pretty
idea. Like these guys are stuck in a bar, and like there's these monsters that are like just crazy fucking monsters, will kill and eat anything. And like they're like, and it's funny because in the first one they're like worried. They're like, what are these things? How do we fight them? How do we kill them? It's like, dude, like, and it does. None of those questions still get answered. They're just like, they ended up like fighting the monsters off and prevailing and getting out, or most of them.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And it's still like that was really good. Like they didn't need to dive into a deep story and spend money on like flashbacks. The only flashbacks they did was when they actually hit the monster when the car crashed. When she's like, what happened? And they're like, oh, we crashed the car. And then when they're like, oh yeah, we dropped our daughter off at my mom's, and it showed like them leaving, and that was it, and that was perfect. And instead of like, there was no need to keep diving into a story about like a backstory with these things, where a lot of times, like especially with these newer movies, where like they do pursue that. I feel like they're like, oh, this is why Jason does this, when in reality it's because his mom died. Like, and then they were like, oh, he's this like spirit thing, and I don't know how much of those the Friday 13th
I've seen most of them.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, if you eat his heart or whatever, now you're him or something. Like it was in one. I think it was in Jason Goes to Hell or whatever. Like the guy like eats the heart or some shit, and then Jason is in him. And I thought that was an awful movie too. Like,
Dude, that one kind of sucked.
yeah, and they're like, it's like, dude, why are they ruining it? Like, if you just keep it basic, half the time that's all you need.
Yeah, dude, there's this fucking killer in the woods, dude.
Yeah.
Run.
Yeah, exactly, and that's sick. And like the whole thing, like I love like the classic idea of like, oh, if you drink, do drugs, and you're boning, Like you're gonna die, and that's why I would have to say I think like the Halloween franchise is one of my favorite like slashers because that's Michael Myers. He is a killing machine. When they don't really they tried a little bit, but they don't really super dive into like what he is or who he is.
He's just a psychopath.
He's just a psychopath, and he's like freakishly strong and able to like kill people like relentlessly, and it's awesome. Like I remember one of my favorite kills in the movies. Don't remember which one it is, but they're in the truck and it's at the end. They're trying to get away, and he like punches his arm through the window and like grabs the guy's face under his jaw and like pulls his face off. And I was like, what the fuck?
It's like no regular dude could do that, but he's supposed to be just like some regular dude.
Yeah, just some regular dude that's just somehow has this like strength. And that's what's good too, like with these feast movies, like they're just fucking brutal. Like in the first one, like the guy's like, I'm the one that's gonna save your ass, and immediately torn apart, dude. And then in this one too, like there's like right when it starts, they're like pulling that guy's girlfriend out the window and like bit her in half, like just bites her in half. And then like just there was just really good gore. Like I like that. It's funny.
I like how in this one you could just see them too. In the first one they had like disguises on, or like
they
they were
wearing
animal
those
pelts
suits,
or whatever.
yeah.
So in this one they're just themselves. They're just fucking destroying the town and
yeah,
shit.
just
They're
fucking
like, fuck
running around. And what's cool is that they look scary. They have like those fucking crazy teeth, and even like the claws. And I like the way they run. Like they look like they're freakishly fast. Like there's no way you're outrunning that shit.
Yeah, you're dunsies.
Yeah.
Which is why that dude had to chuck the baby.
Yeah. Dude, that's my favorite part. He's fucking running with the baby and like realizes he's not going to make it. And he's like, I'm sorry, baby. And I love the slow-mo when he throws the baby flying through the air. Yeah, he's like crying. And then it's so brutal. Like he hits the ground, it's still alive. And then the monsters just come and fucking eat the baby. And all you see is the arm. Like that was brutal and it's nasty, but it's grimy movie. But it works. Definitely, like, I enjoy them. Like I've seen these 1,000 times. And I'll still keep watching them, obviously.
No, I'm a fan now. I am a fan.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know if I would continuously rewatch this one a bunch of times, but I would do it for certain scenes. I'd be like, oh, that was pretty, for shits and giggles. I'd once every blue moon be like, let's watch that one.
Yeah, especially if you like this. Like I haven't watched these since like high school. Like we used to watch them all the time in high school. So we were young and stupid, and like we just liked watching these fucked up movies. And then of course the gorgeous biker girls that are running around.
Oh my god.
With no clothes on, like that. We're all young, like little horny little teenagers. We loved it. We're like, oh look, movies. It was funny. So I mean, we still do that. We're dudes. So.
Oh, dude, I still do that.
Yeah, we still do that. But we just keep it on the down low a little bit easier. But yeah, so like we used to watch them all the time, and then the only time to watch it now is like if I'm like, oh, have you seen Feast? No, okay, we're gonna fucking watch this whole franchise.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd probably see it if I was introducing one of my buddies into it.
Yeah, same here. I would never like today, like I introduced you to it, but I would never be like, hey, do you guys all want to watch Feast? And everyone have seen it. They're like, nah, fuck that, because I would be the same way.
Yeah,
like, nah, I don't want to watch.
Sitting there going through Netflix, like, you know what? Feast sounds like a good option right now.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're like, nah, I'm gonna not watch. I actually think I watched. It might have used to be actually on Netflix. And I think that's where I first watched it.
Really?
The first one.
Maybe it might have been.
Yeah, it might have been there. Or it was when I used to pirate movies when you could do it on YouTube. Super easy. Where you just like you'd be like Feast Part 1, and it would do like 30 minutes, and then you have to be Feast Part 2. That I think that's how I first watched it. Either there or on Netflix. I don't remember. But yeah, it's a good couple movies. The next one obviously is gonna be really bad. But
yeah, I mean, I'm still looking forward to watching it just to see. I gotta see it through.
Yeah, you have to. Like once you're hooked, especially after seeing the second one, you're like, okay, well, that wasn't very good, but I'm already this deep, and there's only one more movie. Like,
yeah, especially the ending, the way it ended. I'm like, all right, let me see what the hell happens.
Yeah, especially you want to see who makes it and who doesn't, and and then because I've talked about the giant robot, you want to see.
I want to see where the hell this robot comes into play. Where's this robot coming from?
It's great, dude. Have you seen Krampus at all?
Oh, the Santa Claus one. Not Santa
the
Claus,
German
but Krampus.
goat thing.
I don't think I saw the whole thing. I think I might have seen bits and clips, but I don't even remember.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna just say no.
Because I saw a trailer for it, and I know we were talking about we've seen Gremlins, and I was watching like just on Instagram earlier when I was looking to like post something for the podcast here, and I was looking and I saw a trailer for Krampus. I'm like, oh, that was a good Christmas movie. Instead of Gremlins, maybe I can drag you into watching Krampus.
I'll watch that one because I haven't really seen it. So
yeah, and it's pretty good. Yeah, we'll dive into that then. But I do like there are other Christmas movies. I remember talking about that, but that's pretty good. I remember when at Universal they did like the maze for Krampus, and we would go every year when we lived out there, and I remember that was like one of my favorites, and it was cool because it's like it felt like it's snowing outside today. Like it felt like when you're going through there, it was fucking cold, and it was pretty cool, and they did a good job.
Okay,
but yeah, the movie's pretty good. I like the movie. It's kind of, you know, like we were talking, I like gore comedy. If they're gonna do like a movie nowadays, like usually they're shit. Like we were
They
talking
really
about.
are, yeah.
So like for them to come out with a movie, I love when they do like gore comedies or horror comedies.
Mhm.
Like it ends up making it a little bit better
Mhm.
because like you're getting like I guess like more for your buck. And oh, you know what? Like I think was a good. I'm thinking back, good franchise. I thought was gonna be shit. Also, that's what I love too.
Which one?
Is when it's called the fuck. What's it called?
Oh, shit.
Shit. The one where the girl's in college. I think it's like Happy Death Day or something.
It is Happy Death Day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where she keeps like repeating the same day. Did you
Uh-huh.
watch those?
Yeah,
Did you watch the second one
Mhm.
too? Yeah, those I like those.
I did too. A lot of people were shitting on them, and I was
Yeah,
like, man,
me
I
too.
thought they were cool. They were funny, and
Yeah.
they were not really scary, but they were like slasher.
Yeah, yeah.
And the concept was nice.
It was a good, it was a good concept. And then the second one, they advanced on that. But yeah,
Mhm.
I love like when, and that was kind of like a comedy a little bit, and it was a good take on things. That's why I like Feast. It's funny. It's fucking out there, especially the third one. The third one, like, it has some, of course, like this one had some memorable quotes, like, oh, "I'm sorry, baby." They're like, "Suck a motherfucking
Just like a
dick."
motherfucking dick.
Like those are like what? The next one has some good ones, like, "You don't need arms to kick ass, kid." Like you'll see, it's
Oh,
pretty
that's
good.
That's brutal.
Yeah,
That's brutal.
it's good. But yeah, it's an okay movie. I like it. I liked all the franchise. I mean, I definitely liked it more when I was in high school, but it's gonna be good. We're gonna have fun. When we do Wolfman 2, that's gonna be really fun because I
Oh.
really like the classics.
Well, then I'm excited for those as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. And then we'll do Krampus.
Yeah. Okay. I'm all in.
Yeah. Any final thoughts you want to leave them with?
No, just let's see how this third one goes, and then I'll have something to say on that one.
Oh,
But
okay,
I think
good.
I pretty much have everything I had to say about the second one.
Yeah, same here. Good movies, guys. If you at least see the first one, you guys don't need to see the second, third one. But if you are like, well, fuck it, I want to see what these fuckers are talking about, dive into them. They are pretty funny, and it's a pretty good franchise, I think. I mean, not great B-rated horror movies, nothing crazy. But if you're bored, want something new, haven't seen these ones, dive into it, guys. You'll love it. If not, then fuck you. I don't care.
Yeah, suck a dick.
Yeah, suck a motherfucking
motherfucking
dick. All right, guys, have a good one, and stay safe out there. Have a good Christmas. We got some good stuff coming to you guys, and have a great time.